Thank you for your kind attention. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Namaskaram and a heartfelt welcome to each and every one of you. My name is Anjana, and it's my honor and joy to be your compere today as we gather to celebrate a momentous occasion, the Arangetram of Arya Easwaran. As Parvati Aunty reminded us, please ensure that your phones are off, or we request that it's on silent mode. In keeping with the tradition, we shall now begin with a prayer.
திருமேனி தும்பிக்கையான் பாதம் தப்பாமல் சார்வார் தமக்கு
With immense gratitude and joy, we would like to extend a heartfelt welcome to a distinguished chief guest, Srimati Geeta Upadhyay, OBE, the renowned Bharatanatyam exponent, founder and artistic director of Kalasangam Bradford, and her husband, Dr. Shripati Upadhyay. Our guest of honor, Mr. Selvaratnam Suresh, co-founder and trustee of the Oriental Finance Academy of London, and other esteemed members of the dance fraternity and the Ofal family. Today we stand at a luminous threshold in Arya's artistic journey, a moment where years of quiet discipline, hard work and devotion converge. During this journey, Arya has been surrounded by a circle of strength. Her family, her teacher, her mentors, her friends and well-wishers who have walked beside her with encouragement and grace. As such, to offer a heartfelt welcome and share a few words on behalf of the family, may I now invite Akshay, Arya's brother, and her sister-in-law Megha to join us on stage.
Good afternoon, everyone. On behalf of my family, I'm so happy to welcome you all to this very special occasion, the Arangetram of my sister, Arya Easwaran. We are truly honoured to have our chief guest, Professor Geeta Upadhyay, and our guest of honour, Mr. Suresh Selvaratnam, as well as beloved OFAR trustees and teachers.
Thank you for being here to celebrate this milestone. A warm welcome also to our orchestra team, our compere engineer, and most importantly, Arya's teacher, whose guidance and blessings have made this day possible. And of course, a big welcome to all our relatives, friends, and well-wishers in the audience.
For those who may not know, Arangetram literally means ascending the stage. It is a dancer's first full-length solo performance after years of training. It's not exactly been smooth sailing for Arya either. As any good brother would do, I did my best to break Arya's concentration during her classes, and she ignored me every single time. I don't know if that says more about her focus or my comedy skills, but I guess that's why she's on stage today and not me. We've come a long way since those initial days, but Arya has told me to sit at the back and avoid eye contact just in case. Through the years, I've had a front row seat to Arya's journey, the long hours of practice, the sore feet, and endless repetitions until every movement was perfect. I've also seen the occasional frustration, but what stood out most was her determination, her passion, and the sheer joy she finds in dance.
We're delighted to share this evening music, rhythm, and expression with all of you. I hope you enjoy the performance and leave with the same joy that she feels when she dances. Welcome once again, and thank you so much for being part of this celebration.
Thank you, Akshay and Megha. In keeping with the tradition, Arya will be presenting a comprehensive Bharatanatyam repertoire known as the Margam. The word Margam crudely translates as the path, and in a sense, it is a philosophical architecture that is comprised of aesthetically curated repertoire that moves through invocation, expression, and introspection. Today, Arya will also be presenting a specially curated Margam where each piece holds a special significance to her. In keeping with the tradition, we shall begin today's performance with a Nrityanjali, an offering of Nrityam or dance. In this Nrityanjali, we invoke the grace and blessings of Lord Ganesha, the elephant-headed deity who is a profound symbol of wisdom and humility. Revered as the divine energy that removes all obstacles, Lord Ganesha's presence is invoked to sanctify the stage and to bless the dancer's journey. Set in the majestic ragam Gambhira Nate and rendered to the rhythmic cadence of Aditalam, this Nrityanjali has been choreographed by none other than the legendary Bharatanatyam exponents and revered gurus, the Padma Bhushan Dhananjayans. Chosen as the opening piece, it stands as a heartfelt tribute to the enduring legacy of the legendary Dhananjayans and the Institute Bharatakalanjali in Chennai, where Arya was very fortunate to have had a formative stint a few summers ago. Bharatakalanjali also played a pivotal role in the artistic journey of Arya's teacher Meena, who spent time there during her Milad Fest travelling fellowship. May the rhythmic cadence and expressive gestures of this invocation reflect our reverence and devotion as we seek Lord Ganesha's blessings in all that is to unfold today.
jam kita jam kita jam jam kita jam kita jam kita jam jam kita kinaro dinginato kalinginaro takata dinginato takadi kuta dinginato jam kita jam kita jam kita jam kita jam kita jam jam kita jam kita jam kita jam jam kita jam kita jam kita jam jam kita kinaro dinginato kalinginaro takata dinginato takadi kuta dinginato jam kita jam kita jam jam kita 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 kinaro dinginato kalinginaro takata dinginato takadi kuta dinginato jam kita 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 jam jam kita kinaro dinginato kalinginaro takata dinginato takadi kuta dinginato jam kita jam kita jam jam kita 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 kinaro dinginato kalinginaro takadi kuta dinginato jam kita takana takana jono 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 dimi 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 jono jono dimi dimi takida kida sangat jono takati kalangu 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 takadi kuta dinginato takadi kalangu 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 takadi kuta dinginato गजाननं भूतगणादिसेवितं कपितजम्बुफलसारभक्षितम् उमासुतं शोकविनाशकारणं नमामि विघ्नेश्वर पादपङ्कजं गजाननं भूतगणादिसेवितं कपितजम्बुफलसारभक्षितम् उमासुतं शोकविनाशकारणं नमामि विघ्नेश्वर पादपङ्कजं गजाननं भूतगणादिसेवितं कपितजम्बुफलसारभक्षितम् उमासुतं शोकविनाशकारणं नमामि विघ्नेश्वर पादपङ्कजं नमामि विघ्नेश्वर पादपङ्कजं नमामि विघ्नेश्वर
From invocation, we now move to the awakening. Next in today's Markam is an Alaripu. The Alaripu marks the dancer's first full-bodied invocation in the Bharatanatyam repertoire through profound and ritualistic awakening of the breath body, and the spirit. Traditionally non-narrative, this choreography takes us on an abstract and symbolic journey through the sacred architecture of the Ekambareshwarar temple in Kanchipuram. Set in the intricate Chatushrajati Chachat Putatalam, comprising of 33 aksharas, this composition is rarely attempted in a debut Arangetram. Its rhythmic layering is complex and demands exceptional precision and control. While the complexity of this talam is daunting even for the very nuanced and seasoned dancers, the approach here has been one of humility and surrender, allowing for growth and exploration. Adding to the uniqueness of this performance is a special musical collaboration. Joining the orchestra today is young Aditya Shivaprakash, a budding mridangist who will accompany his mother Meena on talam. Arya and Aditya share a very special bond. He is very much like a younger brother to her, a quiet and constant presence in her dance journey. This performance is especially meaningful for Aditya as he shares the stage with his guru, the eminent Sri Pratap Ramachandra, who leads the percussion today. The Alaripu is musically composed by Guru Sri Bharatanatyam and choreographed by the very acclaimed Vidwan Sri Praveen Kumar. What an enthralling performance that was, wouldn't you agree? Thank you, Arya, and well done to our judge. Before we move on, an important note that you may be already aware that we may be interrupted briefly by the mandatory emergency testing protocol by the government. So your phones may sound briefly as part of that. Please remain calm as we are assured that this is a routine test with no further action required. If you do not wish for your phones to sound, as we intimated before, please put your devices on airplane mode and switch them off. We apologize if there is a disruption in your experience here. Now that we've seen Arya perform, it's a fitting moment to say a few words about the dancer herself. Arya's journey in dance began at the age of 5 with ballet at the Capital School of Dance in Cornwall. Even as a young child, she embraced the discipline and challenge of classical movement and soon explored other styles: tap, modern, jazz and lyrical. Recognizing Arya's passion and commitment, her mother Usha encouraged her to pursue Bharatanatyam, an art form close to her own heart. Arya began learning in 2015 under Acharya Bhagyashree Satish in Chennai and continued with her after returning to the UK before becoming Meena student in 2016. From in-person classes to remote learning, long before the remote became a norm in teaching, Arya and Meena have navigated many challenges together. This ensured that her training remained consistent and uninterrupted and also enriching. Under Meena's guidance, Arya has participated in workshops, intensives, competitions and performances across the UK and India, including foundational training in Carnatic music from Srimati Meenakshi Shankaran online and Bharata Kalanjali's summer program in Chennai. Now pursuing a degree in medicine at the University College London, Arya continues to nurture her passion for dance, performing, competing, and assisting her teacher in mentoring younger students. In Arya's own words, preparing for this Arangetram has been deeply meaningful experience. It was an opportunity for her to train intensively, in person, under the guidance of her beloved teacher. Today, as she stands before us, Arya embodies the spirit of dedication, resilience, and quiet grace, qualities that will no doubt continue to shape her journey, both on and off the stage. Shall we have a round of applause for Arya here? As we reflect on Arya's journey, let us now pause for a brief musical interlude presented by the esteemed violinist Jaladharan sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
I think the universe is also conspiring with us today. The alarms sound perfectly in sync with what Jalataran was playing. Before we welcome Arya back on stage, it is my honor, a deep honor, to introduce our chief guest, Srimati Geeta Upadhyay, fondly known as Geeta Ma to many of us. Born and raised in India, Mrs. Geeta completed her MBBS, MD and PhD from Madras University and has served as a professor of metabolic medicine in India and Malaysia before joining the NHS in the UK. She is also a visiting professor at the Leeds Beckett University. True. Her artistic journey is equally remarkable. Training under the legendary Sri K.N. Dandayuthapani Pillai in Mylapore Gauri, she holds a postgraduate degree in Bharatanatyam and Carnatic music and has taught and performed for over 30 years across India, Sri Lanka, the USA and the UK. Together with her husband, Dr. Shripati Upadhyay, she founded Kalasangam, a nationally and internationally respected South Asian arts organization. This year, they launched Kalasangam Global, expanding opportunities for emerging and professional artists worldwide. They also lead the Sanjeevani Healthcare Trust, which delivers health camps and works with people with disability, autism and special needs. Kashi Kalash in India is another such initiative that they lead, which promotes the rich culture and heritage of Varanasi. She also serves as a trustee of Bhavan Manchester and advisor to Asian Light. Her contributions have been recognized with numerous honors, including the Officer of the Order of the British Empire, OBE, the Niramaya Award, and accolades for cultural harmony and diversity. Geeta Ma, it is our deepest honor to have you with us here today, to bless Arya on this milestone. Thank you. Now on to the next piece. The Alaripu has drawn us inward, a rhythmic pilgrimage that led us step by step to the heart of the temple. And now in the stillness of the sanctum, the Garbhagriha, we behold the deity who resides within, Lord Shiva, the cosmic dancer. The journey shifts from movement to meaning, from invocation to intimate praise. The next piece in today's repertoire is a Shiva Stuti, a hymn of praise set to the popular composition Bho Shambho by Swami Dayananda Saraswati, a modern spiritual teacher whose work bridges classical devotion and contemporary understanding. Shiva occupies a unique place in Indian thought and philosophy. A profound symbol of transformation, he represents the dissolution of illusion, the clearing of what no longer serves, and the stillness from which new creation can emerge. Shiva is often shown with matted locks, from which the river Ganga flows, symbolizing the descent of wisdom. He wears ashes, signifying the detachment of the material world. He resides in cremation grounds, yet his presence is deeply life-affirming. He is both the ascetic and the dancer, symbolizing the coexistence of deep, meditative stillness and the intense dynamic force. His cosmic dance, the Tandava, is elemental, representing the rhythm of the universe, the cycles of birth, death, and rebirth. With one foot, he crushes Apasmara, the demon of ignorance. With the other, he lifts us towards liberation. Set to Aditalam and the evocative ragam, Revati, this Shiva Stuti is choreographed by the illustrious Bharatanatyam exponent, Srimati Priyadarshini Govind. For Arya, this piece also holds a deep personal resonance. It marked a defining moment in her dance journey, her diploma in Bharatanatyam from OFAL. Presenting to you, Bho Shambho, an invocation to Lord of Dance, the Nataraja.
ஓம் நம சிவாய. ஓம் நம சிவாய. शिव शंभो स्वयंभो भो शंभो 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 शिव शंभो स्वयंभो शंभो शिव शंभो स्वयंभो शंभो शिव शंभो स्वयंभो शंभो शिव शंभो स्वयंभो गंगाधर शंकर करुणाकर माम भवसागर गंगाधर शंकर करुणाकर माम भवसागर शंकर करुणाकर माम भवसागर शंभो शिव शंभो स्वयंभो शंभो शिव शंभो स्वयंभो शंभो शिव शंभो स्वयंभो निर्गुण परब्रह्म स्वरूप गम गम भूत प्रभज रहित निर्गुण परब्रह्म स्वरूप गम गम भूत प्रभज रहित निज गुण निकित नित्यान्त अनाद निज गुण निकित नित्यान्त अनाद आनंद अतिशय अक्षय लिंग आनंद अतिशय अक्षय लिंग निर्गुण परब्रह्म स्वरूप
What a powerful invocation to Lord Shiva, full of depth and devotion, every bit deserving of that rapturous applause. As we take a moment to let that energy settle, it is our pleasure to introduce our guest of honor and esteemed guests from OFAL who are present tonight. We are grateful and honored to have the stalwart ambassador, patron of culture and heritage, the founder and permanent trustee of Oriental Fine Arts Academy of London, OFAL, Mr. Selvaratnam Suresh, with us as our guest of honor today. Mr. Selvaratnam Suresh is a chartered electrical and electronics engineer with over 30 years in the aerospace industry, including senior leadership roles such as head of operations at a FTSE 250 company. After a successful corporate career, he founded his own aerospace and systems engineering firm in the Salt Lake City, USA. He moved to the UK at 16, earned 2 undergraduate degrees and a master's from reputable UK universities, and has been a UK resident for over 5 decades. His contributions span industry, entrepreneurship, and community service. Mr. Suresh owns and manages multiple healthcare companies and is a passionate advocate for the arts as well. He co-founded the Oriental Fine Arts Academy of London, OFAL, and served as its honorary chairman from 1996 to 2023, helping it grow into one of the largest South Asian fine arts academies in the UK and Europe. We are also immensely honoured to have other distinguished OFAL members here today. Mr. P. Niranjan, Permanent Trustee and Honorary Chairman. Mr. Selvendran, Permanent Trustee, Honorary Vice Chairman and Co-Founder. Sangeeta Kalavitushi, Mrs. Tushyanti Tyagaraja, Head of Vocal and Instruments, Senior Examiner for Diploma and Post-Diploma in Bharatanatyam, Vocal and Instruments. We are deeply grateful for their presence here today. Now a little bit about Arya's teacher, Srimati Meena Anand. Meena, to many of us, friends. Meena Anand's love for this art form started at the tender age of 5, and after learning intermittently with several teachers, she was fortunate to find continuity in training under the guidance of Kalai Mamani Padma of Sharada Natyapalli, enabled by her mother's encouragement and her father's quiet support, both of which she has immense gratitude for. After completing her Arangetram in 1998, life took her to the UK in 2006, where she found a second chance to deepen her passion for dance alongside her career as a dentist. During the time living in Oxford, Meena earned a Master's in Fine Arts from Kalai Kaveri University, Trichy, and has spent a decade with Kala Arpan exploring performance curation and allied skills. A big shout out and a heartfelt thank you to Mrs. Sapna Shankar, founder of Kala Arpan and a cherished dance Sakhi, for being part of that journey. Meena also embraced Kathak through Drishti dance, inspired by Anuradha Chaturvedi, whose early guidance helped shape Meena's artistic sensibilities. Kathak has since become an integral part of Meena's artistic journey. She continues her training with the Sujata Banerjee Dance Company under the guidance of the legendary Sri Sujata Banerjee MBE, whose vision, artistry and dedication to the classical arts have inspired generations of dancers across the globe. Meena is deeply grateful to Sujata Didi for her unwavering support and mentorship. A warm thank you also to Meena's friends from SPDC who are here today. Your support and camaraderie mean so much. A Milap Fest travelling fellow, Meena has refined her craft under eminent teachers from Bharata Kalanjali and explored allied disciplines including yoga for dancers, Natya Shastra, Carnatic music, Veena and Natuvangam. She is also an OFA examiner, mentor, and proud recipient of the Artist Dentist Award from the World Tamil Organizations UK. Meena's teaching journey continues through the Dancing Nikita Company and her own initiative, the recently established Sri Anandam Arts, dedicated to preserving and presenting classical arts through teaching, performance and collaboration. She would also like to thank her work colleagues, many of whom are here today, for their support and understanding, which has enabled her to continue dancing alongside her professional commitments. And finally, a personal note. As one of Meena's friends, and on behalf of all her dance Sakhis who are here today and watching online, we are incredibly proud of how she continues to invest in her passion despite the demands of her career. It takes immense dedication to straddle two worlds, and today is a proud moment for all of us as we witness this milestone in her artistic journey. Okay, enough of that. We now arrive at the heart of the Bharatanatyam Margam, the Nrityopaharam, traditionally known as the Varnam. This is the dancer's moment of full expressive bloom, where rhythm, emotion and storytelling converge into a rich, layered tapestry. Today's Nrityopaharam, Mate, is a celebration of Shakti, the Divine Mother, the source of all energy and transformation. In the first half, witness her journey, her divine birth, her rise as a warrior princess, and her meeting with Shiva, a moment that awakens not only her strength, but her grace, her femininity, and her cosmic purpose. She is many-faceted and many-named: Shakodari, the sister of Vishnu; Shankari, the consort of Shiva. She is the fierce vanquisher of Mahishasura, the demon of ignorance, and the gentle nurturer of all life. Each movement reveals a facet of her being, her courage, her compassion, her divine resolve. In the second half, the piece draws from the verse 51 of the Saundarya Lahari, the sacred hymn attributed to Adi Shankaracharya. Through its verses, we explore the Navarasas, the 9 emotional essences as they manifest through Shakti. Shringaram, love; Bhibhatsam, disgust; Raudram, anger; Adbhudam, wonder; Bhayanagam, fear; Veeram, valor; and Hasyam, laughter; and ultimately Karunam, compassion. These emotions are not merely performed, they are embodied, revealing the goddess not only as beauty and balance, but as the very rhythm that sustains the universe. This also reflects the union of Shiva and Shakti, Shiva as stillness and Shakti as motion. Set to the graceful Kamas Ragam and Aditalam, the music is composed by Harikesha Nellur Muttaya Bhagavatar. The choreography bears the hallmark of the celebrated guru Srimati Shobana Balachandra, whose masterful layering of the Nrityopaharam with verses from the Saundarya Lahari brings forth the sublime essence of Shakti with both depth and grace. For Arya, this piece holds a deep personal significance. It honors her Kuladevam, Rajarajeshwari, the goddess of wisdom, grace and strength. And in a beautiful synchronicity, her teacher, Selvamina, grew up near the sacred city of Madurai, where goddess Meenakshi reigns not just as a deity, but as a living tradition. Let us now settle into this experience and allow the dancers to speak of power, of grace, and of the eternal rhythm of Shakti.
动tác chậm tiếp cận tác cận chậm tiếp cận tác cận tiếp cận chậm tiếp cận tác định chuyển tồn tại chậm tiếp cận tác cận chậm tiếp cận tác chậm tiếp cận tác định chuyển tồn tại chậm tiếp cận tác cận chậm tiếp cận tác định chuyển tồn tại chậm tiếp cận tác chậm tiếp cận
Malaya மாதவக வதன குகமாதே மதய மய பாக்ய சம்சாரதே மாதவக வதன குக சார்போதரி சங்கரி चामुंडेश्वरी चंद्रकलाधरी ताई गौरी सारोदरी शंकरी चामुंडेश्वरी चंद्रकलाधरी ताई गौरी सारोदरी शंकरी चामुंडेश्वरी चंद्रकलाधरी ताई गौरी सारोदरी चौधरी चामुंडेश्वरी सर्वमंगल मांगल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थ साधिके शरण्ये त्र्यंबके गौरी नारायणी नमोस्तुते शंकरी चामुंडेश्वरी चंद्रकलाधरी ताई गौरी सारोदरी शंकरी चामुंडेश्वरी चंद्रकलाधरी ताई गौरी सारोदरी शंकरी चामुंडेश्वरी चंद्रकलाधरी ताई गौरी सारोदरी शंकरी चामुंडेश्वरी चंद्रकलाधरी ताई गौरी Mama मान्य संचारे मातंग वदन मुखतां निपुण चतुरताता विविध मद समय समरसताता सुलभ हृदय मधुर वचनताता सरस रुचिरतर स्वरलय गीत सुगत निज भाव रसिक वरदात महिषूरनाथ नावडी श्री कृष्ण राजेंद्र रताय सदा पोरे महिधनिकेश मनोहर सतजी पारे मलय ध्वज मान्य संचारे मंडल मध्य किशार में सकल भुवन सार्वभौमे शशि मंडल मध्य किशार में सकल भुवन सार्वभौमे शशि मंडल मध्य किशार में सकल भुवन सार्वभौमे सकल भुवन सार्वभौमे शशि मंडल मध्य किशार में सकल भुवन सार्वभौमे शशि मंडल मध्य किशार में सकल भुवन सार्वभौमे शशि मंडल विस्मयवती गिरीश चरिते विस्मयवती हराहिभ्यो भीता हराहिभ्यो भीता हराहिभ्यो भीता सरसीरुगन सौभाग्यजनी सरसीरुगन सौभाग्यजनी सरसीरुगन सौभाग्यजनी सकल भुवन सार्वभौमे शशिमण्डल मध्य दिशामे श्यामे सकल भुवन सार्वभौमे शशिमण्डल मध्य दिशामे सकल भुवन सार्वभौमे शशिमण्डल सकल भुवन सार्वभौमे शशिमण्डल मध्य सानिध निज निगम भगम मम मम भगम सनिध सखीषु स्मेरा सखीषु स्मेरा सखीषु स्मेरा ते मयि जननी दृष्टि सकरुणा ते मयि जननी दृष्टि सकरुणा सकल भुवन सार्वभौमे शशिमण्डल मध्य दिशामे सकल भुवन शशिमण्डल मध्य दिशामे सकल भुवन सार्वभौमे
Shall we let Arya know what you thought of it again? It was such a divine experience, wasn't it? Now let's let the energy of that performance settle into you. We will now have a short break, and the second half will commence promptly at 4:15 p.m. Therefore, we request that you return to your seats in advance of that and be seated. Please also note that at the very end of the performance, dinner boxes will be served for everyone. There will also be snacks and tea available outside, so please help yourself. We'll see you shortly. Welcome back. We shall now commence the second half. We finished the first half with the Nrityopaharam, channeling the divine energy of Shakti. Now, we turn to her radiant son, Lord Muruga, the youthful warrior god, the commander of celestial armies and the embodiment of wisdom and valor. Arya will now be performing a kirtanam, a devotional song that celebrates Muruga through the powerful chant, Om Saravana Bhava. Deeply rooted in the Tamil Shaivite tradition, this mantra is believed to carry immense spiritual potency. It invokes Muruga's 6 sacred abodes, the Arupade Veeda, each representing a stage in his divine journey. Muruga's mythology is rich and layered. Born from the divine sparks of Shiva's third eye, he was created to defeat the demon Surapadman, who could not be vanquished by any ordinary being. With his veil, the sacred spear given by his mother Parvati, Muruga triumphs over darkness and restores cosmic order. Muruga is the patron of Tamil, language and culture. In fact, the ancient Tamil grammar text, Tolkappiyam, refers to him as the god of Sangam poetry, linking him to both martial valor and poetic beauty. This kirtanam depicts Muruga's many facets, his childlike charm, his fierce protection, and his serene wisdom. Now a little inside story from the making of this margam. During the planning of this margam, the second half proved elusive. Musically and aesthetically, it just wouldn't come together. After months of searching, one morning, Arya's teacher Meena awoke with a vivid image of Muruga. His presence filled her mind, unbidden and complete. And then it struck her. Muruga had been entirely absent from the margam. A curious omission, especially since he is Meena's Kuladevam, her family deity. She decided to choreograph this kirtanam, and almost magically, the second half began to flow. It was as if Muruga had simply been waiting for his moment to appear. And now, having paid homage to Ganesha, Shiva and Shakti, the divine family stands complete with Muruga's presence. Set in the beautiful Shanmukha Priya Ragam and to Aditalam, this piece is composed by Khatam Kartik and choreographed with a lot of love and surrender by Arya's beloved teacher, Selva Meena herself.
Om
ஸ்வரங்கள் பாடினும் உன்னருள் திருப்புகழே. சும்மாயிரு சுந்தர என்று நீ உரைத்தாலும் சிந்தனை செய்திட நீ நிதம் அருள்வாய். வந்திடும் சிவனின் குருவாக நின்று உபதேசம் செய்து பிரணவத்தின் வடிவமாய் நின்றருள் உன்னை சுவாமிநாதன் சுப்பிரமணியன் என்று பவனி வந்திடும் சிவனின் குருவாக நின்று உபதேசம் செய்து பிரணவத்தின் வடிவமாய் நின்றருளும் சுவாமிநாதன் சுப்பிரமணியன் கதிர்வேலா கார்த்திகேயா என்று உந்தன் நாமம் தன்னை போற்றி பாடி துதித்தோம் தொழுதோம் என்றும் கதிர்வேலா கார்த்திகேயா என்று உந்தன் நாமம் தன்னை போற்றி பாடி துதித்தோம் தொழுதோம் என்றும் பணியோடு பற்றினோம் தாயின் தயவோடு தந்தையின் தகவோடு நீ எங்களை காத்தருள் செய்திட ரீங்காரமான பிரணவ பதத்தில் அகாரமாய் உகாரமாய் மகாரமாய் நாங்களும் வேதமாய் நாதமாய் கீதமாய் ஒளி வீச கண்ணில் தமிழின் உள்ளம் முருகி கண்ணீர் பாதமலரினை பணிபொழுவர் திருந்தாயின் தயவொடு தனுதயன் தகவோ நீ எங்களும் காத்தருள் செய்திட நீங்காரமாத பிரணவ பதத்தில் அகாரம உகாரம மகாரம நாங்களும் வேதமாய் நாதமாய் கீதமாய் ஒளி வீச கண்ணில் தமிழில் உள்ளம் முருகி கண்ணீர் சும்மாயி
Thank you, Arya. Another stellar performance. We now welcome someone truly special to the stage. A person who became more than just a friend in Arya's dance journey. While private lessons offered Arya the privilege of focused guidance, they also came with the quiet solitude of solo learning. What was missing was the shared laughter, mutual encouragement, and the spirited energy of group classes. Enter Ritika, also a student of Meena, who became Arya's dance Sakhi, a sister in rhythm and spirit. From the very first intensive at their teacher's home, a bond blossomed. Though they trained individually, they grew together, learning from one another, cheering each other on, and sharing the highs and lows of performances, classes, exams, and rehearsals. Ritika's unwavering support and heartfelt friendship became the cornerstone of Arya's journey, and their connection remains one of deep love and mutual inspiration. It is with great joy that we now invite Ritika on stage to share a few words. Might I add that today is also Ritika's birthday, but she is here for her Sakhi. Please put your hands together for Ritika.
Hi everyone. So I've known Arya for 7 years now, which is a very long time. But before I knew her as the exceptional dancer she is, I knew her as a talented actress, which may come as a surprise for some people, but definitely not her family, who saw the multiple blockbuster trailers and movies that me and Arya would make when we were younger, all produced and funded by Meenanti, by the way, and Himani, that's somewhere in the audience, knows this too well as well. But yeah, this would be how we spent our breaks during dance rehearsals 6 years ago, and we've definitely come a long way since then. But when I usually tell people that I've known Arya for so many years, most would expect me to talk about how much she's changed and grown to be the dancer she is today. But more than the changes and undoubtable growth in character, the thing that is most admirable is her dependability, consistency, and discipline. I think some dancers are naturally talented, and some are tenacious in achieving the same caliber, and both these are commendable in their own respect. But when both natural flair and diligence meet, I feel that's when one experiences some aspect of the divine. And on those terms, the way she approaches dance is a credit to the art form itself. The parallels to her as a dancer and her as a friend, I feel, are quite poetic. Her commitment not only speaks to her prowess as a dancer, but also her as a friend. The dependability I see in her dance practices is the same dependability I see when I need someone to talk to. Friendship la ava endha alavukku eedupaadum dedication irundhatho adukku konjam kuda korayama dedication and involvement ava dance la vechirundha. So when Auntie first told me in 2018 I would be getting a dance partner, I was so ecstatic. To say I was happy was an understatement. Ena na appo thaniya da dance kathukittu. So I was so happy, especially because, you know, we were the same age. But having said that, I should have been more happy still, because what Auntie didn't tell me was that as well as a dance partner, I would also be getting one of my closest and dearest friends. Her Arangetram has been years in the making, and all of us here have been a small part in some way or another. For me, being a part of it as a friend has been nothing short of a blessing, and I know the sentiment is shared by everyone in this hall today. So thank you, Meenanti. Thank you, Arya. I love you, and I couldn't be more proud of you. Thank you.
What lovely words from young Ritika. I think she deserves another round of applause. In Bharatanatyam, the Sakhi is more than a companion. She's a confidant, co-conspirator, and often the one who knows your choreography better than you do. Just as Arya and Ritika have journeyed together as Sakhis, the next piece introduces us to another kind of Sakhi, one with opinions, lots of them. We now step into the world of the Padam, where emotion takes center stage and storytelling becomes deliciously human. This Padam, called Chudare, the Naika isn't lost in love or longing. She is watching someone else steal the spotlight, and she's not impressed. The lyrics say, "Look at how she carries herself. She must be manipulative." It's not admiration, it's gossip. And let's be honest, gossip is practically a classical art form. Long before social media gave us likes, stories, hashtags, people were already scrolling through each other's lives with their eyes and their words. This Padam invites you not to worship, but to observe, to relate, perhaps even laugh a little bit at ourselves. Because who among us hasn't had a flicker of envy, a moment of judgment, or a juicy bit of gossip here and there? Tonight, Arya performs this piece wearing a sari that carries its own legacy. Sorry, a costume made of a sari that carries its own legacy. One that belonged to her party, her grandmother, who couldn't be here in person with us but is tuning in from Chennai. Through this cherished fabric, Party is very much on stage, wrapped in memory, love and grace with Arya. This exquisite Kshetriya Padam, composed in Ragam Sahana and set to Rupakatalam, was taught to Arya by Guru Shobhana Balachandra during her intensive in Chennai. And for Meena and me, this piece holds a special meaning. We had the rare privilege of learning it as dance Sakhis decades ago from the legendary doyen of Abhinaya, Sri Kalanidhi Mami herself. This is Abhinaya in all its glory, expressive, intimate, timeless. And if you find yourself relating to the gossiping friends in the background, don't worry, you're not alone. It is historically consistent.
Sugar ಆದತಿ ಕೂಲ ಕಾಂತ ಹತಯಟಿ ಕೋಡನು ಆಡತಿ ಕೂಲ ಕಾಂತ ಹತಯಟಿ ಕೋಡನು ಹಲಗೋಪಾರುನಿ ವಿವಿಧಿ ಅಡಿಚೇದಿ Adinariche Oyalu Kundalte Karapurami Ranu Kolu Komari Andayanami Adinariche Oyalu Vaita Kundu Yarina Tu Deliyaga Ayam Jukayu Vaita Kundu Yarina Tu Deliyaga Ayam Jukayu Toti
have a new appreciation for the art of gossip, as exemplified by Arya here. What a beautiful piece, and how beautifully performed. Thank you, Arya, for transporting us to a bygone era where the quality of human connections were something else. One of the most profound sources of inspiration for any budding artist is their parents. In Arya's journey too, the influence of her parents has been a guiding force, nurturing her passion, encouraging her discipline, and standing by her every step. It is now my pleasure to invite Mrs. Arya Easwaran and Mr. Easwaran to share a few words on this occasion. Please put your hands together.
Whew, all of that. Right. Thank you, Anju, for those kind words and being such an amazing master of ceremonies. You really ensured everything moved swiftly and smoothly. Honorable Geeta ji, other distinguished guests, dear family and friends, or should I say family of friends. Most of you who are here today, having traveled far and wide, train strikes notwithstanding, may know Arya from when she was very little, and now she's grown up to this fine young woman. And what we are seeing here today is a testimony to Arya's passion, dedication, and commitment. Arya put on her dancing shoes at a very young age. We are indeed privileged and honored to have Mrs. Jones here. We're going to give a big hand, please. So, Mrs. Jones flagged off Arya's dance train, pun intended, when she started her ballet classes at the age of 5. But me, I'm just the driver. The Force, and again, pardon the Star Wars reference, it's just my age, or Shakti, which has been alluded to before, in Arya's journey is Usha. So without much ado, I'm handing over to her. Now we did not sit together and write this speech. We did it separately, but there are obvious bits that may be repeated, so apologies for that.
Sorry, I think this is going to be a little bit long. You've got to endure that. Sorry. Namaskaram, and a heartfelt thank you to each one of you for being here today on this beautiful occasion of Arya's Easwaran. We are truly honored and blessed by your presence as we celebrate a significant milestone in Arya's dance journey. A special note of gratitude to our chief guest, Professor Geeta Upadhyay, and our guest of honor, Mr. Suresh Selvaratnam, as well as OFAL trustees and teachers, an organization that has supported Arya and conferred her with the prestigious title of Kalajyoti. A sincere thank you to the incredible musicians who have brought this performance to life. While talking about OFAL, I would like to say a special thanks to Mr. Niranjan, sir. When we come for exams all the way from Cornwall, he made sure that we got a slot suitable for Arya, and I always end up bringing him up saying that can you please change his slot from 12 o'clock to 3 o'clock because we are coming all the way from Cornwall. He always did that. Thank you so much, Niranjan sir, for that. Our heartfelt thanks to Anju, who has been doing the top class comparing, a renowned dancer and lawyer herself, has depicted her knowledge and given a decorative tribute to all the dancers. I'm deeply touched by the presence of my dearest Appa and Amma, my beloved Mama Mummy, and Meena's father-in-law, along with Arya's ballet teacher and her family. A special thanks to all our family and friends tuning in virtually to shower Arya with blessings Namaskarams to Mami, Arya's dearest party, whom Arya is traditionally named after, Bhagyalakshmi, a passionate lover of classical music and dance, who is watching with us online. Your support, blessings and prayers means the world to us. Arya, our Kutti's dance journey. Arya has always been full of energy. I remember her strong kicks even before she was born back then. I thought probably she'd be a footballer, but as a toddler, she adored Angelina Ballerina and twirled around during her pirouettes, pretending to be a ballerina. We enrolled her in ballet at the age of 5 with Capital School of Dances under the wonderful guidance of Mrs. Jones and her team. As a child, I have been an ardent fan and passionate about this beautiful, mesmerizing, spiritualistic, graceful, steeped in values, culture and tradition of South Indian dance form, but could not pursue my dreams. So while Arya was still in ballet, I asked her if she wanted to try Bharatanatyam, and to my joy, she agreed. Her early lessons were with Acharya Bhagyashree Satish, but due to time zone differences, we had to pause. Meena, the legend. I count myself truly lucky to have met this amazing personality, Meena, a gifted dancer, teacher, and a beautiful soul. Thanks to a casual chat with Swati at a Cornish Indian party, we got in touch. Despite her busy life as a dentist, Meena agreed to teach Arya, even if online, and what a blessing that was. Her online lessons were incredibly detailed. Every smile, eye movement, and posture was corrected with care. There were moments Arya was in terrible growing knee pain, but Meena's love, encouragement, and commitment, as well as her determination, kept her going. To Arya, Meena is more than a teacher. She is guru, guide, and family. We all have been welcomed into Meena's home with love from Anand, Aditya, and the entire family. Anand, with his passion for photography, also did Arya's beautiful brochure photos. A big round of applause for Anand. I have no words to express how grateful we are. Arangetram, a dream fulfilled. Despite her busy schedule, GCSE, A-levels and medical school, Arya stayed devoted to Bharatanatyam. In December 2024, during a visit to Chennai's Kapalishwara temple, she watched a live Bharatanatyam performance that gave her goosebumps. That moment cemented her desire to do Arangetram. And here we are today. Thank you, Arya, for taking us on this divine journey through dance. We are incredibly proud of you. You have brought immense joy and made my dream come true. May you continue to grow and find bliss in this sacred art form. Thank you all once again for being here and blessing Arya with your love and support.
Well, that was emotional, wasn't it? Thank you, Usha and Easwaran sir, for those beautiful words about Arya. I mean, a lot of us dancers here reflect on our own journeys, and this is a moment perhaps to thank our own parents for introducing us to this art form. We are truly blessed to have with us a stellar musical ensemble this evening. Artists whose talent and dedication elevate every moment of this performance. Arya's parents, Mrs. Usha Easwaran and Mr. Easwaran, would now like to take a moment to express their heartfelt gratitude and honor these remarkable musicians. It is my pleasure to introduce Sri Yadavan sir, a distinguished Carnatic vocalist whose artistry is deeply rooted in the traditions of South Indian classical music and Bharatanatyam. Trained in Sri Lanka, and later under the legendary Sangeeta Kalanidhi B. Rajamayar in Chennai, Sri Yadavan sir holds a BA in Indian music and a diploma from the Music Academy of Chennai, where he was honored with the title of Sangeeta Ratna. He is a recipient of the GNB Memorial Award for the Best Male Vocalist and made history by winning 9 prizes in the Music Academy's annual competitions in a single year. A highly sought-after accompanist, Sri Yadavan sir, has performed for dance productions and Arangetrams across the UK, Europe, North America, Asia and Australasia. Since 2002, he has collaborated with his wife, Sri Neena Rajrani MBE, composing for her award-winning company, Srishti Neena Rajrani Dance Creations. His music featured in Quick, the winner of the Place Prize 2006, and in a commissioned piece for the Queen's Diamond Jubilee celebrations in 2012. Beyond performance, Yadavan sir is a dedicated educator, teaching Carnatic vocal music and contributing to the ISTD Bharatanatyam syllabus and audio resources. Please welcome the musician par excellence, Sri Yadavan, on stage. Ramachandra is an internationally acclaimed percussionist, trained in the South Indian Carnatic tradition. A master of Mridangam, Khatam, Ganjara and Konnakol, he brings over 2 decades of experience to the global stage. His music blends classical rigor with contemporary creativity, evolving through collaborations with world-renowned artists across music and dance. Through his band, Rhythm Yatra, he redefines Indian rhythm with bold, youthful expression. Pratap sir has performed at some of the world's most iconic venues, including the Sydney Opera House, Royal Albert Hall for the BBC Proms, Taipei's National Theatre, Tokyo's Kanagawa Kinming Hall, and the 2022 FIFA World Cup in Qatar. Please welcome the dynamic and visionary Pratap Ramachandran. Sri S. Jalatharan is a gifted violinist, hailing from a distinguished musical lineage in Alavetti, Sri Lanka. He is the son of the renowned Nadaswaram Vidwan, Kalai Mamani, late Sri S. Sidamparanathan. Displaying prodigious talent from an early age, Jalatharan sir began his Carnatic music training at just 5 years old under esteemed gurus including T.V. Pichayappa, Mela Kaveri Tyagarajan and V.V.S. Murari. He later refined his vocal skills under the guidance of Mr. Shanmukha Raghavan. Known for the sweet and rich tone of his violin, his music is often described as sublime. He graduated with first-class honours from the Chennai Music Academy and also holds a degree in computer applications from Chennai University. Over the years, he has accompanied leading Carnatic musicians across India, Sri Lanka, UK and Europe, earning numerous accolades, including a special award from the former President of Sri Lanka. Now, based in London, Jalatharan sir is a respected violin instructor, continuing to inspire the next generation of musicians. Please welcome the accomplished Sri Jalatharan sir on stage. Thank you all. We will now begin our penultimate piece in today's performance. The penultimate piece in Arya's Arangetram is Varanamayiram, a revered composition from Nachiyar Tirumuri by the 9th century Tamil poet Andal, known for her deep devotion to Lord Vishnu. In this poem, Andal envisions her divine wedding, describing 1,000 elephants, golden chariots and sacred rituals. But beyond the grandeur lies a deeper metaphor, the soul's longing for union with the divine. Through this dance, the performer becomes Andal, devotee, poet, goddess, offering herself in complete surrender. This piece also carries a special significance for Arya's teacher, Meena. Meena's guru, Srimati Padma, is an ardent devotee of Andal and lived near Srivilliputtur, Andal's birthplace. Before each student performance, Srimati Padma would adorn her student with a garland sent from Srivilliputtur temple and in a moment of reverence, bow at the dancer's feet, honoring the transformation from student to goddess. Today, as Arya presents this offering, we honor not just the dancer, but that immersion, lineage, and devotion that is now being passed on to the next generation. Set in Ragamalika and Aditalam, this piece is composed by Guru Delhi V. Krishnamurthy.
வாரணம் ஆயிரம் சூழ வலம் செய்து நாரணன் நம்பி நடக்கின்றான் என்றெதிர் ஊரண பொற்குடம் வைத்து புறமெங்கும் தோரணம் நாட்ட கலாக்களே தோரணம் நாட்ட கலாக்களே தோழி வரணம் ஆயிரம் வாரணமாயிரம் சூழவரம் செய்து நாரணமே தடுக்கின்றது பூரண போர்க்குடம் வைத்து புறம் நெல்லும் தோரணம் நாட்ட கனாக்களின் கோடி தாரை பகூவை மணவென்று நாடிடு பாதைய துளை கொண்டற்கு ஓடறிவானவன் கோவிந்தோ தாழை பூமூர கண்ணுடை கோடி தாரை பகூவை மணம் செல்வே நாடிடு பாதைய துளை கொண்டற்கு ஓடறிவானவன் கோவிந்தோ தாழை பூமூர கண்ணுடை கோடி வகுவை இந்திரன் உள்ளிட்ட தேவ குழாமெல்லாம் வந்திருந்து என்னை மகள் பேசி வந்திருந்து மந்திர கோடியோடு தீமணமாலை அவனி சூட்ட கராகண்டை கோழி திசை தீர்த்தம் கொண்டு நனி நல்லி பற்பன சீட்டர்கள் பல்லாரெழுதே பூக்குடைகள் நீ புனிதனுடன் தன்னை காப்புரத்தோடினார் திசை தீர்த்தம் கொண்டு நனி நல்லி பற்பன சீட்டர்கள் பல்லாரெழுதே திசை தீர்த்தம் கொணர்ந்து கதிரொளி தீபம் கலசமுடன் நேதி சரிடமங்கைய தாம் வந்து எதிர்கொள்ள மதுரையாள் மன்னர்களை நிலை கொண்டு எங்கும் அதிர புகுத கலாக்கண்டை கோழி கதிரொளி தீபம் கலசமுடன் நேதி சரிடமங்கைய தாம் வந்து எதிர்கொள்ள மதுரையாள் மன்னர்களை நிலை கொண்டு எங்கும் அதிர புகுத கலாக்கண்டை கோழி மத்தளம் கொட்ட வரி சங்கம் நின்றூத மத்தளம் கொட்ட மத்தளம் கொட்ட வரி சங்கம் நின்றூத முத்துரை நாமம் நிறை காட்டவர்கள் மைத்துடன் நம்பி மதுசூதன் வந்தென்னை கைத்தலம் பற்ற கலாக்கண்டை கோரி மைத்துடன் நம்பி மதுசூதன் வந்தென்னை கைத்தலம் பற்ற கலாக்கண்டை கோரி கனாக்களை தோழி தீவலம் செய்ய கனாக்களை தோழி நல்ல இம்மைக்கும் ஏழேல் பிறவிக்கும் தத்தாவார் நம்மையுடையவன் நாராயணன் நம்பி இம்மைக்கும் ஏழேல் பிறவிக்கும் தத்தாவார் நம்மையுடையவன் நாராயணன் நம்பி செம்மையுடைய திருக்கையாழ்வனி செம்மையுடைய திருக்கையாழ்வனி மம்மி மிதிக்க கனாக்களை தோழி நம்பி மிதிக்க கனாக்களை தோழி நம்பி மிதிக்க கனாக்களை தோழி நம்பி மிதிக்க கனாக்களை தோழி வரிசிலைவான் முகத்து எண்ணெய் மார் தாம் வந்திட்டு எரிமுகம் பாரித்து என்னை முன்னே நிறுத்தி அறிமுகம் கை மேலே கை வைத்து பொறிமுகம் தட்ட கனாக்களை தோழி வரிசிலைவான் முகத்து எண்ணெய் மார் தாம் வந்திட்டு எரிமுகம் பாரித்து என்னை முன்னே நிறுத்தி அறிமுகம் கை மேலே கை வைத்து பொறிமுகம் தட்ட கனாக்களை தோழி குமம்மப்பி குடி சாத்தம் பண்ணிட்டு மங்களமீதி பதம் செய்து மழகி குங்குமம்மப்பி குடி சாத்தம் பண்ணிட்டு மங்களமீதி பதம் செய்து மழகி அங்கவனோடு ஊடல் சென்று ஆடை மேல் மஞ்சளமாட கனாக்களை தோழி குங்குமம் அப்பி குடி சாத்தம் பட்டிட்டு மங்களமீதி பதம் செய்து மழகி அங்கவனோடு ஊடல் சென்று ஆடை மேல் மஞ்சளமாட கனாக்களை தோழி தாயனுக்காக தான் கண்ட கனாவினை பேயல் முகழ் புத்து போன் போதை சொல்ல தூய தமிழ் வார்த்தை இறைத்து வல்லவர் வாயுடன் மக்களை பெற்று வருகிறே ஆயனுக்காக நான் கண்ட கனாவினை மேக புகழ் கொண்டு போன் போதை சொல்ல தூய தமிழ் வாரை இறைத்து வல்லவர் வாயுடன் மக்களை பெற்று மகிழ்வரே நன்மக்களை பெற்று மகிழ்வரே
What did you all think? Every bit deserving of that rapturous applause. You can see our We would now like to invite our guest of honor, Mr. Selvaratnam Suresh, on stage to say a few words. Sir, please.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Our chief guest, Professor Geeta Padaya, respected elders, distinguished guest, Guru Dr. Salomina, accompanying artist, the proud parents, Mr. and Mrs. Easwaran, and above all, was shining star today this evening is Kumari Arya Easwaran. It is truly my honor and privilege to stand before all of you as a guest of honor for this very special occasion. Arya Easwaran, I extend my sincere thanks to Easwaran family and Guru Dr. Salomina for this kind invitation and for me giving this opportunity to be part of such a memorable occasion. By way of introduction, I came from a very different world. I'm a scientist and an aerospace engineer by profession. I'm not a musician by training, nor do I come from a family of artists. But I am a lifelong admirer of music and dance, and I have a deep appreciation of Carnatic music and Bharatanatyam. Art, after all, is universal. It speaks a language beyond borders. It touches the soul. Now, I will not attempt to comment on Arya's Bharatanatyam performance tonight. We have with us our esteemed Professor Geeta, who is far more qualified to do so. Instead, I would like to share with the journey the story of all, how Oriental Fine Arts Academy of London became a beacon of South Asian fine arts in the UK and Europe. My own journey into the world of fine arts through my children. Like many parents, I wanted them to be connected not only to the Western culture around them, but also to the rich heritage of South Asian arts. When they were just 4 years old, I enrolled them in a very first Tamil school in the United Kingdom, a place where they learned Tamil language, Carnatic music and classical dance, Bharatanatyam. At the time, as this time on, I became more deeply involved. Eventually, I was honored to serve as a trustee and later as honorary chairman of the school. In the mid-1990s, there were very few Tamil schools in the United Kingdom. They offered Tamil language and the classical dances. There were no structured curriculum, far and few Arangetram, and a very few cultural programs. I'm talking about between the 1993s and 95 and 96. A small group of parents most of them are academics, they're professionals, and they're passionate visionaries, realize that if our children born and raised in the United Kingdom were truly to embrace South Asian fine arts, we need a structure, we need a syllabus, a proper examination, and recognition together. We lay the foundation of OFAL. OFAL syllabus is quite unique because it has been specially designed and developed for those born and brought up in the United Kingdom and in Europe. Unlike many other fine arts institutions, OFAL curriculums provides a clear structured pathway for those students who are born here. The syllabus itself is designed to deliver for 8 years, grade 1 to grade 8. Those who successfully completed their grade 8 are awarded with the prestigious title of the Kala Jyoti in addition to the diploma. For those students who wish to go even further and master this divine art, OFAL offers a post-diploma course which usually takes around 2 years to complete. This is not just about performance. It's about developing leadership in the fine arts world. A post-diploma student is expected to carry out a research and publish their own thesis and present it, a PowerPoint presentation in front of a subject matter expertise, parents, and other students. But also, they have to perform 2 hours of practical test. In fact, they will be performing equivalent to 2 full markham. So if you could imagine a student here performs an Arangetram, 1 markham, full markham Arangetram, they have to know at least 2 markham, and the examiners will be asking any markham to be performed. This is for Bharatanatyam. It's similar thing applicable to the vocal and instrument post-diploma students. OFAL introduced the syllabus as a curriculum not only to help students to master their fine arts, but also to nurture them as a future leaders in our community. Those who take up the post-diploma program, typically they'll be taking anywhere from between 16 years to 18 years. They will be learning a lot of skills, research skills, writing skills, presentation skills, and also most of the people, most of the students who have completed their post-diploma research, they are able to reach to one of the best universities in the United Kingdom. Later, to become highly successful professionals in their chosen fields. Although OFAL qualification is a vocational one, it is officially approved by OFQUAL. This means students who are awarded with JUCAS points, which strengthen the application when applying to universities. In this way, OFAL not only preserves and promotes our cultural heritage, but also to provide young people with practical, academic, and professional advantage for their future. I would also like to share a personal experience of how OFAL directly benefited my own family. When my eldest daughter applied to the medical school here in England, she was called for, at least 3 universities called for an interview. During the interview, they spent more than 50% of the time discussing about the additional curriculum activities. They asked me about OFAL, they asked me about the Carnatic music, Bharatanatyam, and my daughter was able to convince them and able to secure a place in all 3 universities to do medicine. Although OFAL, and also she has used what she learned during those 8 years and also start applying that part of a second year in medicine as doctors, as teachers. So she taught an African origin student who is a roommate, taught of all syllabus grade 1 to grade 3, and that was assessed by the university. They brought some expertise who are Veena. The subject was Veena, expertise, and she was assessed how she taught, how the student delivered, and she managed to got a very good marks on the project. That's simply sharing my personal experience. For over 30 years, Afal has dedicated and promoting Carnatic vocal, music, and to the international students. Today, we have got more than 10,000 students applying every year and taking exam around the globe. We have got over more than 30 examination practical centers, starting from all the way from Aberdeen to Glasgow to Edinburgh, then all the way from the north to start from Liverpool, Manchester, and Birmingham, Coventry, and all the way to the south up to Kent. Then we have got throughout Europe. Every capital in Europe we have examination centers. Then we also have a number of students who are taking exam through online exams, which is now becoming a very popular examination within Afal. Now I would like to say a few words about Kumari Arya Easwaran. Her performance today speaks for itself. Full of passion, discipline, grace, and creativity. But beyond her dance, Arya is a remarkable young woman. She is academically gifted, musically talented in both Western and South Asian tradition. And as many of you heard and you know, she is also a dedicated medical student, and she's going to be a great doctor in a few years' time. To gain admission into a medical school in the UK is not a small feat. Only the top 10% of students achieve this. And yet, Arya has managed to balance a rigorous academic journey with a devotion to dance and music. This is not just a talent, it is a discipline, determination, and love for learning. Please join me in giving Arya a resounding round of applause for achievement. Peers and to the next generation. Arya, you are not only a role model for young children in our community, but also an ambassador for our culture. I encourage you to continue your journey in Bharatanatyam under the guidance of your guru and to carry forward this divine art form for the future generation. Afal will always stand by you, supporting you and your path towards higher qualifications such as post-diploma, and one day become the cultural ambassadors yourself. No Arangetram is complete without paying a tribute to the Guru. I had the privilege of knowing Dr. Salamina for many, many years, and she truly is an exceptional individual. She not only highly respected dentist, a devoted wife, and loving mother, but also someone who has dedicated a significant part of her life to preserving and promoting South Asian culture through fine arts. Thank you, teacher. She is also an examiner, a senior examiner with Afal, traveling across Europe to conduct Bharatanatyam examination. At the same time, she continues to inspire her own students with her teaching. What makes her remarkable that despite her demanding professional career, she gives herself wholeheartedly and to her students her humility, her ever-present smile, and her commitment are qualities that set apart. To consistently high standard achieved by her students are the evidence of her dedicated and excellence. On behalf of OFAL, I wish to congratulate Dr. Salvamina for guiding Arya to this significant milestone today. Ladies and gentlemen, please give Dr. Salvamina a heartfelt round of applause. At this point, I would like to invite our head of vocal and instruments, Mrs. Tushanditya Raja, to the stage to honor Dr. Salvamina. Also calling the co-founder and the architect of OFAL, Mr. Selvendran, to come and present the trophy to today's star. Selvendran, if you could come and present the trophy to Arya, please. Arya, please come forward. To introduce Mr. Naranjan, who is the current chairman. He has been the chairman for the last 2 years. He has taken over from me and make a huge changes to OFAL, and he's making a lot of step changes, and you will see the OFAL will changing, and it is changing, and thank you, Naranjan, for coming here today. Thank you, and let us again to celebrate Arya's guru and her proud parents for this unforgettable evening. Thank you.
We would now like to invite Arya's brother Akshay and sister-in-law Megha on stage to honor our esteemed guest from OFAL. Could I also request Arya's parents to be on stage for a photo opportunity? Nina, please join them.
Thank you.
The final piece now The final piece in Arya's Arangetram is the Bindu Malini Tilana, set in Adi Talam and composed by Sindhuja Bharatanatyam. Tilanas are known for their brisk movements, intricate footwork, and rhythmic brilliance, and this one is no exception. It opens with the gentle strains of Rasika Priya before transitioning into the vibrant Bindu Malini, evoking the energy and joy of rain. Today is particularly hot here, so I think you all will enjoy this. The lyrics, inspired by Andal's Tirupavai, reflect a prayer to the rain, pleading for its grace to sustain life, just as Andal once did. It's a celebration of nature's rhythm and divine balance. This piece holds a special meaning for Arya, as it was the first dance she admits that she instantly connected with. The theme of rain also brought back fond memories of playing in the monsoons for her with her mother in Thiruvananthapuram, Kerala. Choreographed by none other than her beloved teacher, Srimati Salvamina Anand, this Tilana is a joyful tribute to rhythm, nature and nostalgia. Please make some noise for Arya.
Watching me for far too long, so I'll try to keep this as short as I can. However, I have a lot of credit to give. I want to start by thanking each and every one of you for being here. The lengths to which you have all gone to support me has not gone unnoticed, and I'm incredibly appreciative to have you all by my side. Dance isn't just a hobby for me, it's one of my most beloved passions, and it truly means the world to share that with you. It's a magnificent honour to be dancing in the presence of Geeta Ji today. Ma'am, your valuable work and accomplishments are incredibly inspiring, and I cannot express to you enough my gratitude for giving us your time and support. To Suresh sir and our esteemed guests from OFAL, thank you for joining us today and for your continued support throughout my time completing exams with OFAL. Thank you so much to the staff at the Bhavan Theatre for lighting, sound, and hosting this occasion and providing me this beautiful space to perform. Thank you to Timeless Weddings for the videography. I now have this memory captured to look back on for years to come. A huge thank you to both Simon Wilson and Anand Uncle for the photography. We all know I'm rather fussy when it comes to photos, but the results are outstanding. Thank you to the Tawa shop for catering and Revati Tailors for my lovely costumes. Thank you to Disha and Prashita auntie and Riddhi for all your help backstage. A massive thank you to Anju auntie and Meena auntie, as with all their other work, they still took the time to do my makeup beautifully. A further thank you to Anju auntie for being a fabulous compare this afternoon. The way you have so eloquently explained the meaning of each dance has touched the audience and truly conveyed what each piece means for auntie and me. Thank you for the grace with which you've hosted today and being so supportive throughout the entire process. This performance would not have been possible without the work of the musicians. Yadavan sir, Pratap sir and Jaladharan sir, I greatly appreciate the way in which you have brought these pieces to life. The enchanting atmosphere created today through music is a testament to your dedication and incredible talent. It's been an absolute honour to have worked with you and performed alongside you on this stage. I would like to say a special thank you to Riddhi and a happy birthday, who has been on this remarkable journey with me since day one. Thank you for constantly having my back and for never failing to make me laugh. I've always loved dancing with you and hope we have so many more chances to do so. I'm always rooting for you. To my dearest Amma, Tata and Paati, உங்களை எப்படி தேங்க் பண்ணலாம்னு எனக்கு தெரியாது. நான் டான்ஸ் தொடங்கியதுலேருந்து நீங்கள் எப்போதுமே எனக்கு ஆசீர்வாதம் கொடுத்துருக்கேன். நல்லா ஸ்வீட்டாக மெசேஜ் போடுவேன். என்னோட எல்லா பெர்ஃபார்மன்ஸ் பார்த்த உடனே தாத்தா ஒரு பெரிய மெசேஜ் அனுப்புவார். தாத்தாவோட இங்கிலீஷ் வேறு லெவலில் இருக்கும். அதனால சில வேர்ட்ஸ் சத்தியமாக புரியாது. പക്ഷേ எங்களோட லவ் அதில் கிளியராக தெரியும். இந்த வெக்கேஷனில் அம்மா அண்ட் தாத்தா என் கூட இருந்தா அண்ட் நம்ம நிறைய நல்ல மெமரிஸ் உண்டாக்கியிருக்கோம். அண்ட் பாட்டி நீங்கள் இங்கே வர முடியலே, அது எனக்கு ரொம்ப கஷ்டம். പക്ഷേ எல்லாம் நாளைக்கு நீங்கள் என்னை கூப்பிட்டு பேசுவேன், அது எனக்கு ரொம்ப சந்தோஷம். என்னோட கிராண்ட் பேரண்ட்ஸ் தான் எனக்கு மோஸ்ட் சப்போர்ட், லவ், பிளெஸிங்ஸ் கொடுத்துருக்கேன். அதுக்கு ரொம்ப ரொம்ப நன்றி. Apologies for that broken Tamil. The essence of it was that I'm so thankful to my grandparents, who have been immensely supportive of my dance since the beginning. It's been such a privilege to have Amma and Tata with me this summer vacation and here with us today. Although it's such a shame that Paati couldn't make it to the UK this time, I'm forever grateful for our daily phone calls and for her unwavering love and encouragement. To Akshay, I'm so grateful for the way you've showed up for me. From sitting through so many performances, recording videos for me, taking me to class and coming to my graduation. Thank you for always being the most supportive big brother. And Megha, I appreciate every single lovely comment, piece of advice and encouragement. I'm so privileged to have you both as siblings. My mom is the reason I started dance. She saw me dancing in front of the TV to Angelina Ballerina and signed me up for ballet lessons. I will never forget the very first lesson with my teacher, Mrs. Jones, who shaped so much of the dancer and person I am today and is sat in the audience right now. Thank you so much to Mrs. Jones, her family, and everyone at the Capital School of Dance. In 2015, we spent a summer in Chennai, during which Mum encouraged me to start Bharatanatyam lessons. I owe a huge thank you to Bhagyashree Ma'am for establishing a strong foundation, which I was then able to build upon with Meena auntie. Mum and Dad, from the bottom of my heart, I'm so grateful for this wonderful opportunity you've given me. I've seen firsthand how much time, energy, and money you've poured into nurturing my love for this art form. From taking me across the country and the world for training and exams, to dressing me up for every performance and continuing to push me throughout all my tantrums and mood swings. You've stood by me at every milestone, taught me resilience and discipline, and allowed my dreams to come true. All of this was made possible because of you. And finally, to my absolute angel of a teacher, Meena auntie. Auntie, you're one of the most inspiring people I know. When we first met, she was a dentist about to start a new training program, had a 6-year-old son while her husband was working in London, and had just made the scary move to Cornwall. Despite all this, when Mum asked if she would be able to teach me, Auntie said yes without hesitation. I would go to her house every week for a year, and within that year, Auntie had gotten me through 3 grades of exams. To this day, that same dedication and precision remain in her teaching. Auntie, the way you pour your heart and soul into your students is a credit to your work ethic and passion. I still do not really know how you balance everything you do. It remains a mystery that I aspire to. You have taught me the importance of embracing everything available to me. The opportunities you've given me in learning, training and performing have been tremendously enlightening. I will always be grateful for welcoming us into your home and family and the way you treat us as your own. I cherish our bond greatly and feel as though it has only strengthened this past year in the build-up to the Arangetram. I know how difficult I've been to teach at times, yet throughout all the challenges, the way you've guided and motivated me has never changed. I only hope in the future to carry your strong will and determination and continue your legacy. Anyone who can learn from you is truly blessed. Thank you so much for everything you do. My dance journey has been one of the greatest experiences of my life, and I thank you all for making today happen. This is only the beginning for me, and I'm so excited for what's to come. I wish you all a safe journey home, hope the tube strikes haven't caused too much of an inconvenience, and once again, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Arya, for those heartfelt words. We now invite our chief guest, Geetama, on stage to share a few words on this special occasion and give Arya your blessings. Please put your hands together for Geetama.
Namah Shivaya Padha. Nadam Talvarha. Imaipoludum Ennenjil Ningadam Talvarha. This is a prayer to the Lord of Dance, seeking his blessings first on Arya. She is truly a blessed child, and that's why I thought I should start with this. I want to invite Arya to give her a small thank you gift for treating us with this beautiful dance today. Arya ji, can I have you on stage, please? Could we have some lights on the wonderful audience as well? Otherwise you're speaking to darkness. Some more lights. That's, oh, you must try anyway. Namaskaram first to everybody. First I thought I'll just, it's been such a treat, should I speak at all? Or what do you say, Meenaji? So first thing I wanted to say is a huge namaskaram, and to all of you, to these wonderful artists, to Arya's parents, grandparents, family, the team of O5 who's here, and my beautiful dancer friends Sapna ji, Vidya ji, Matini ji, and I think one more. I'm not going to miss out anybody. Meena ji, of course. Please, my humble pranams to everybody. This is the breathtaking Arangetram. So I actually wrote down some notes, but then I thought, this is not a notes எழுத முடியாதுங்க. இது ஒரு dissertation மாதிரி ஆயிப்போச்சு. This Arangetram, really. So I actually wrote here, is this an Arangetram? Is this an Arangetram? Because both of them, it's a double debut. Meena ji's first Arangetram and Arya's Arangetram. Both first on the stage. First thing I wanted to say, it was a spiritual experience for all of us. Because many times I've tried many Arangetrams, I've seen flashing lights, different color lights, smoke everywhere. So you don't see the dancer, you see the smoke. And costume changes for every item. So I was so relieved, and such a beautiful experience. It made it really spiritual. So thank you for that to the Guru and the artist. I also wanted to say that somebody said goosebumps. And I think all of us did have that at many, many points during this evening's performance. All of us, I'm sure you will agree with me on that. I wanted to say, actually, we were in India and we were going to be there. And Meenaji said, Amma, you must come for this Arangetram. So we came back in August end, just for her Arangetram and leaving back again on 1st October. And I'm so happy we did come. Such a blessing to go, witness such a performance. So thank you for that, inviting us. Let me just quickly go through what's the time limit, because that's something we have to ask. Everybody's keen to go home, I'm sure. So I wanted to say first is, already Anjana ji beautifully explained Arangiyarudal. My humble request to all the parents of kids learning any dance form is don't go by time. Time cannot constrain learning. Because sometimes parents say, have you finished? It's 10, 45 minutes, 20 minutes, can't do that. It's lifelong learning, and we give devotion and time, and mainly a lot of practice, which is what I witnessed today. Also, I was listening to the other issue I always bring up in every Arangetram, please don't say, I finished Arangetram, so I've completed the training. This art form or music, Yadavanji will agree, is lifelong learning. So one never completes and says, yes, I've done it. So I hope Arya will continue and go on and on further and share the art form with others. That's important. So let's start with her performance. The first thing was this Aryavin Arambame Gambiramaha Irundadu Nattayil. Gambira Nattayila Ore Kalakala irundhathu. Nrityanjali is actually a Pushpanjali, which is treated like the entrance. It was truly good and great choreography, of course. Jam Kita and Jam Jam and Rindadin, you sang it as Jam Kita, as Jam Jam Kita. It was truly inspirational to see a young dancer come up with such focus and excellent control of herself. Following that was Chat-Chattan Vandirchi Alaripu. Chat-Chat-Putala. This Alaripu, usually we have seen Alaripu in all the 3, 4, 5, 7, so on and so forth. But this is a unique one. You would have observed Aditya sitting next to me. That's a great thing to watch. And thanks to Pratapji for encouraging his student to come on the stage. And you would have seen the way the tala is done. It's a different tala altogether. What we call a marga talam, not the usual type of talas. And you would have seen his hand movements. How many of you observed? I'm not sure, because you would have been engrossed in the dancer as well. Whereby we use unusual hand movements like closed fist, waving of the hand and things like that. So the whole tala is a complicated tala. And usually a young dancer who's doing Arangetram does not do this Alaripu, as far as I have seen. So I think it is a great, great achievement for Arya, the teacher, and all the artists. It's a rare treat. But this Marga Talas, as they call it, is not new. It's mentioned in Sangeeta Ratnakara. It's a very old text of music and dance, 13th century text, where they have mentioned the 108 talas, out of which these Marga talas are 5, and the rest, the 103, are all the other Desadi talas. So this is an uncommon one, very rare, and it was a treat, Meenaji and Pratapji to accompany and Aryaji to dance. Really good. And what I enjoyed was there was an offering to Lord Nataraja through this piece of Alaripu, where you offered flowers, she offered diya, and Abhinaya also was included. This is another rare element, whereby in pure dance or the Nritta type, one doesn't do Abhinaya except smile away. But here she showed the anxiety, the joy of seeing Shiva. It's excellently choreographed with a combination of Abhinaya and pure dance. Well, excellent, Meenaji. Then we go on to the third thing, Bo Shambho, very much popularized by then Maharajapuram Shazanamji, and now by Yadavanji. Superb. Not an easy song. It sounds beautiful, but it's not an easy song. And there you saw her show fear, compassion, joy, surprise, and most of all, I like the part where she did the Ardhanarishwarar in the excellent piece to include. And the Kala Pramanam, the precision of the Kala Pramanam was excellent. And the subtleties of her Abhinaya, simple, Romba Nanaduma, Jor, very Jor. Jor means excellent. Then I go on to the Varnam. That's another complicated piece. In complicated cases, we usually say in medical language, it's a complicated case. So it was items which Meenaji has chosen are not the items usually for an Arangetram. Yadav and Sir and all three of them will know how many Arangetrams they have accompanied. In the mari pieces but you've taken risk, but it really paid off. That's the beauty of it. Excellent. In this Shobhanaji's choreography stood out, of course. And what I felt there's so much she has shown in that. Other Nada Vara, Chatusha Nada, Kanda Nada, Layam and thing was top class for her in that Varna. Really good. Because it's changing. So ordinary, what we call Tatimetre, which accompanies the footwork, accompanying the dance piece with the words, was so many in that she included. So that's a great variety. And also there was quick change of Abhinaya from one to the other. Rudram, she showed us Chamundeshwari. At once she became Shanta Sharatodari. It was very, very nice. Navarasa was cleverly interwoven. And the part where the Ragamalika changed and superb bit. And she brought Devi to the stage. So that's the most beautiful part of it. Her Varnam is not only the Jatis. Jatis, of course, the pure dance bits you saw in between the words. They were different because everybody does a Jati in a Varnam, everyone knows that. But so much of change of tune and raga and percussion or interaction, really excellent piece of work. So huge applause for that Varnam for I don't want to keep you too long, so I'm trying to quickly do it. Then we went on to do, it was a big challenge as well, this Varnam, not only for the dancer, for the singer as well. So it's excellent rendition of that, and she rose to that, and of course our Yadav and Kekave, I'll tell you about him a bit. So it was wonderful. Then the other one I was thinking of was the Kirtan, Sharavana Bhava. That was also a unique piece. Gattam Karthik sir wrote a composition, I think, and it was she brought out a lot of things in that because she showed Pranava Mantra Upadesham, getting married too early, then Sutta Parama, Sudada Parama, so many things came in that, in such a short bit, such a lot of things came there. And other thing I observed is you also used a bit of Chakkars of Kathak. Hello? Very cleverly interwoven. She made her go around the stage in Chakkars, which is good, beautifully, and at the same time not losing the essence of Bharatanatyam. That is a beauty. So excellent. And then we went on, this Chudare is a dangerous padam because it borders on Javali actually, where you talk about, somebody was saying about gossip, and no words needed to describe that gossip which she did. This is truly good because there it's not a padam or a Javali done by a debutant. It's done by somebody who's very experienced. And you mentioned Kalanidhi Mami. I've learnt all this from Mailapur Gauri Amma, whereby we don't even stand on the stage, we have to sit and do the whole padam. Sitting on the stage, we do it. So that's such a, and that too, gossip of course is, as Anjuji said, is everybody's cup of tea, I believe. But for a beginner to even boil the tea is difficult. So I think she did an excellent, because if you don't express that jealousy, the Abhisarika Naika is there in this padam. And if you don't express it, it's like tightrope walking. If you don't do it properly, you will fall off the rope. That's a sort of padam this is, and she did an excellent job for that. Varanamayiram, of course, is, as you rightly mentioned, the 9th century poem. The whole wedding scene is depicted in it, nothing is left, but it had difference again. Everything you did had a lot of difference, because here you interwove that with music alone, dancing and showing the actions, and then the words coming in. And the Rahamalika, of course, was beautiful. And Madalam Kottaramana, the interaction between Jor, all sorts of percussion instruments were shown in that. Chenda, Idika, Madalam, Kanjira, everything came in that, and your Kanjira was excellent. So, Tivalam. So I was thinking, Tivalam means going around the holy fire. She went around our hearts. That's what I thought was a beautiful piece, well executed, very well done. Then we went on to this Bindumalini Tilana. Excellent transition from Rasika Priya to Bindumalini. And drops of rain brought her to show the joyous dance. Rain starts as a drop and then it flows and flows. And in this, I was thinking of Dancing in the Rain. It's an old film. She did just that. Simply beautiful in that. And then we had, yes, so I just want to touch on, so on the whole, this was not an Arangetram, it's a seasoned artist performance. I'm old enough to say that because I've attended many Arangetrams and done to even my Arangetrams, I've not experimented like this. I always like to be on the safe side of the border, so I must congratulate that. Now I just want to say a few words about these wonderful artists here. Meena ji, I think I know you for quite a long time, and she's more than a friend or a guru, a teacher to me. So naturally, mamas would praise your daughter, and I'm doing just that. It shows that, you know, she has not only put in effort in dentistry, but in dance history as well. Romba nana jora panema, and that too, learning two different art, Kathak and Bharatanatyam cannot be related to each other, because some types of Kathak, there's no mime and expression at all. It's only the footwork, and the stance is different and everything is different. So to transition between the two styles can be very, very difficult. You did it so well, and you molded Arya into an excellent artist. And also, just like you, I'm sure she'll become a great human being. Because that's what Meenaji does, instills values into the person, not just dance theory, practical and things like that. So the teacher and the taught together, the double bill of humility, generosity, and excellence in arts. This is what you do. Yadavan always, I go wherever he sings, I want to listen to him. So I actually wrote a few words in Tamil about him. In Ketom Kandom, today we saw and we heard. Yanayin Gambiram, the majestic stance of the elephant. Yamuniyin Nalinam, the Yamuna river flows with beautiful grace. Yadin Kurevu. Yar is an old ancient instrument and it just touches your soul beautifully. Yaridam irundu vandadu, from where did it come? Yaro, Ivar Yaro. That's a famous song Yadavan has. Yadava, our Pero. He gives soul, life to the dancer. If he sings, many people are singing for dance, not one or two. But when the soul touch pandradunna, Yadavan kitapon. Because he'll make that Adu illama, he's not a dancer, I think. Dance la train pannirkeenga. Neena oda dance aadreenga. Adu theriyum. Mathadu theriyadhu. But on the soul, Kulkaran is very important, and that's what he does. Pratap ji, many concerts I have seen, his fingers dancing on the mridangam. Amma. And the extra effort he will put into it, and the Kanjira Vashikano, Yeppa Nayama Vashikano, Yeppa Aluttama Vashikano, the excellent the layam, nayam, rhythm, pace, எல்லாம் சேர்ந்து வருது. Great support for a not a debut. இது debut இல்லை, திருப்பி சொல்கிறேன். It's not a debut, but excellent. Where the rhythm will blend with the jati and footworks seamlessly. அதுதான் இன்னைக்கு நம்ம பார்த்தோம். That is what we saw. And you instill confidence into the artist. இப்படி வாசிச்சா யாருமே ஆட ஆசை தோணும். ஸோ ஆமாம், அதனால பிரதாப்பின் பிரதாபத்தை சொல்லி முடியாது. We need a lot of time, but let's show our appreciation to him and the artist. But I'm not going to leave Jalatharan. Aha, இது வயலுனா இது எனக்கு அப்பப்போ சந்தேகம் வரும். நீங்கள் வயலுனா வாசிக்கிறார். தேன் அருவி வந்து பாய்ந்தது காதினிலே, பாரதியாரோட சொல்லு. செந்தமிழ் நாட்டென்னும் போதினிலே இன்ப தேன் வந்து பாயுது காதினிலே. இங்கே ஜலதரன் என்னும் போதினிலே completed. He's a very sensitive violinist and a strong backbone for the vocalist and the support. And his artistry will just fills the space. And the violin and the palavi takes you to a joyous state. So simply excellent. Umba Santosham. To all these wonderful stars here, please give them a loud applause. And sincere prayers, there is also a huge prayer to Mahadev to bless them more and more. Adida Umba Brahma. Now I can't end without talking about star of this evening. 9 years she started, and thanks to Mrs. Jones for sowing the seed of dancing her in. Whatever art form it is, somebody has to put the first seed, and thanks to Mrs. Jones and her parents for taking her. Wonderful. Thank you for that. And also ballet, jazz, lyrical, excellent. But keep going Bharatanatyam. I also heard that she's into medicine. Then I had a thought, I have over 50 students who are doctors. Learn to dance Bharatanatyam with me. The only thing I tell them, one condition, if you learn with me, then you have to keep dancing. Because most often when they come to final stages of medicine, they drop off. They give up dancing. So please don't do that. Keep dancing. And you've got a great teacher. Creativity actually enhances healing, because we use a lot of creative therapy with people with mental illness and physical illness and all sorts we work. That is the Sanjeevani Healthcare Trust, which Anjana ji mentioned, where we use a lot of this. So I think may Lord Nataraja bless you. Many, many more years of wonderful dancing and touching the hearts, and for many years to come, through medicine and through dance. So her confidence, her control, her composure has been really, really excellent today. So I think all of us owe a huge applause for Arya ji. I was very particularly impressed about few things I must say about this brochure, because when I got it, I did ask Meena, I didn't know who had done it, but I did comment on this excellent, black and white and superimposed with color, and I said, who did all? She said, I did it. So there's another hidden talent there. Excellent. And the photography, I believe, for this was done by Dr. Anand. So you see what a beautiful team they make. Meena ji and Dr. Anand, wonderful. I especially wanted to say the costumes were very subtle and very nice. Sometimes I've seen every minute the jewelry is changed. Every minute the costume is changed. So you don't know who the dancer is sometimes. But I heard of the confusion. So a huge thing. And Anjana ji's comparing was really explicit, beautiful. I haven't heard of anything like this. Many, many congratulations. And to all of you who came here, let us all join together in seeking the Lord's blessing on Arya ji, her family. Her parents are wonderful to have brought her to this level, given their time and interest and support for her, her brother, her sister-in-law, the whole family, all the parties and tatas, everybody. It's wonderful to have such a family to support, and all of you who are here gathered to support her. May the Lord bless you all and keep you all safe and happy and peaceful always. Namaskar. There's another secret now, which has come out of the bag. This small brochure was done by Arya herself. Can you believe it? See the hidden talents, wonderful. I especially think this is very beautiful, this bit. All of you must have picked it up. Excellent. So all hidden talents here, wonderful. Thank you so much for your patience in listening to me. Thank you very much.
Can I have Arya's parents on stage to honor Geeta Ma? No, you didn't. Could I request you stay for a photo? Can I ask Meena to join them, please? We've now come to the conclusion of this beautiful evening, unfortunately with a Mangalam. But today, as Geeta Ma rightly said, is not the end, it's the beginning of Arya's deeper journey into this rich and sacred art form. As she steps forward with dedication and grace, we want to take a moment to thank each one of you actually for being here. Your presence and support have made this day truly special. From the bottom of our hearts, thank you. The collective energy here today was palpable. And on a personal note, please forgive me for any mistakes or mispronunciations. Apologies. Namaskaram, and we wish you all a safe journey home. Please note there are dinner boxes being served. Please make sure you take a box each for your onward journey. Thank you.
Mangalam Jaya Mangalam Mangalam Jaya Mangalam Mangalam Jaya Mangalam Aadi Ponnal Seida Manika Veelai Paani Purruda Parabrahma Swarupikku Vendi Thozhum Adiyar Kaalum Padikku Kaatsi Aadippamodu Tanda Arya Easwaranukku Mangalam Jaya Mangalam Mangalam Jaya Mangalam Paashankuja Pushpa Vanam Karumbodil Shashvatamaga Chaturpurathil Irukka Poojai Seyyum Adiyaraasakku Raitha Sukha Panamadikkum Engal Arya Easwaranukku Mangalam Jaya Mangalam Mangalam Jaya Mangalam Mangalam Jaya Mangalam Mangalam மங்களம் ஜய மங்களம் 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 ஜய மங்களம் ஜய மங்களம் ஜய
I'll let you know before.
Yeah, there is. Yeah, I'm going.